Hi, it's Dan with Master the Morning So You Own the Day. Have you noticed how everybody seems to want to be an entrepreneur? So my question is, do you have what it really takes? You see, an entrepreneur never looks at something for what it is. He or she always looks at it for what it has the power to become. A serial entrepreneur is always looking for something that they can fix and make better. In other words, an entrepreneur is never sympathetic. They're always empathetic. It's like the visualization of a man down in a ditch, digging the ditch, and someone walks up to him, looks down in the ditch, and he, if he is sympathetic, says, "Hey, how you doing down there? Is there something I can do for you?" But if you're empathetic, you climb down in the ditch and help him dig the dirt. Are you naturally sympathetic, feeling sorry for someone? Or are you naturally empathetic, feeling with someone with that innate ability to put yourself in their position, to actually walk in their shoes? To help you understand and answer for yourself if you really have what it takes to be that entrepreneur, let me share an experience that happened right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. At the downtown Marriott Hotel, I know the general manager very, very well. And he shared with me an experience that forever changed his life and forever helped me understand the power and significance of empathy. He said a local businessman always comes to that lobby restaurant every Wednesday to conduct a business meeting. And on this one particular Wednesday morning, this businessman does not show up with another adult to have a business transaction. He shows up with his 10-year-old son. And the general manager of the hotel comes in with the general manager of the restaurant, and they greet him and they say, "Hey, what's the special occasion? Who's this young man?" And the businessman introduces his son to them, and his son immediately excuses himself to use the lobby restroom. When the father relates the following, he shares with the general manager of the restaurant and the hotel that it's definitely not a special occasion. His little 10-year-old son was just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and he's sick, and he's in for the battle of his life. And so dad decides to bring his son downtown, check into the hotel, go shopping for the morning after breakfast, return back to the hotel, take a dip in the pool, order in room service that evening, and watch a movie together. And dad says that his son, his 10-year-old son, in his maturity realizes that he is soon to lose all of his hair. And so he decides on his own that he's going to shave his head that night in symbol of the fact that he's not going to allow the cancer to control him. He's going to control the cancer. If you're dad, what would you do? His dad decides to shave his head too in a sign and show of solidarity that together father and son will battle and fight against this cancer with every fiber of their being. And dad then asks the general manager of the restaurant, "In the morning when we show up for breakfast with our heads shaved, will you please let all of your staff know what's really going on so that they don't gawk or ask a crazy question like, 'So what happened to your hair?'" The general manager of the restaurant gave him his word. The next morning when dad and son show up to the lobby restaurant for breakfast with their heads shaved, the two young 17-year-old boys, the waiters who came to that booth to take their order, had both shaved their heads that night. They understood the difference between sympathy and empathy. And I guarantee as these 17-year-old boys grow and increase in age and maturity, they can and will be very successful and significant entrepreneurs if they choose to be so, because inherently they understand what it means to put yourself in someone else's shoes, and again, never look at something for what it is, but for what it has the power to become. And more importantly, with the entrepreneur's mindset, how you can add value in that situation so everybody leaves you saying, "I like me best when I'm with you. I want to see you again." If you're serious about mastering every morning and owning every single day, may I challenge you to share this, and especially the story, with family, with friends, with teammates, and with coworkers, so that together we can make a difference in every single situation in which we find ourselves.